Hello, my convicts and convicts. Yes, it is Daddy Cup Convict bringing you guys and gals another quick tutorial. So today I want to do a tutorial. I actually forgot about doing this a very long time ago. And that was actually going through my audio and mic settings in order to help you sound like this. If you think this sounds good, then stick around. If you don't, then sorry, I wasted your time. Hopefully you drop a like anyway for the attempt. So today what I'm going to do, we're going to go through some audio settings. I use what's known as a Goxlr Mini, and I have a Shure MV7X is what the microphone is. The microphone goes into the back of my Goxlr Mini, and then obviously I do certain tunes on the Goxlr Mini and on the microphone or through OBS software in order to get my audio sounding like this, a bit more broadcaster friendly and hopefully nicer sounding. I don't know. I've had many people in Valorant say how great my mic sounds. Not probably in particular through OBS software, because that does add an extra level of different stuff to the microphone. But generally, when they hear me saying my mic sounds so crisp, it sounds so good. Am I a voice actor? Am I a streamer? So even they recognize me as a streamer instantly like that because of how great the microphone sounds. So if you think that's good enough, stick around and find out. Anyway, let's get straight to it. I don't like wasting time. So here we go. First of all, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take you through the ones that I normally do here on OBS first, and I'll go through the Goxlr Mini in just a moment because we're already here on OBS. So first things first is go over to the mic that you've got on your audio. If you right click anywhere, you'll get this prompt, and then just go down to where it says filters and then click on the word filters. This will bring up this box here, and then you can see all the different things I've got here that I'm currently using right now. Eyeball on means that they're using, eyeball off means that they're turned off. So first of all, you want to do them in this exact order as well, because it does filter by order. Gain is at the top, obviously. So 12.40 decibels is what you want to have for gain. Now, you can choose to change this if you wish. Basically, what this is digital gain will increase your mic volume. Generally, when I don't have this turned on, my mic is quite low, and it can sometimes get drowned out by the back of games. So obviously having this higher means that it's always going to be at the forefront. We're also using a limiter as well with this, so I'll never peak. But again, play with this until you feel comfortable it is in the right area. You kind of want it where my mic is kind of going at the moment, where you can see it actually moving as I'm talking. So I've got a 12.40 decibels. Underneath that is noise suppression. Just make this under the good quality version. You can use the Speaks low CPU usage, low quality one, but obviously you get what you ask for. You get low quality. I use the RN noise. I do have a 5070 GPU and a 5950X, so I've got a pretty good PC to handle that. If you don't, then obviously play about with each one and try and figure out where you can be. Correction. Now, what these are, this basically, if you go to the plus here at the bottom, so you see what it is, it's the free band equalizer is what this is. I use it twice. I use it for correction. I also use it as it's called flavor as well. So yeah, it's a free band equalizer. Basically, I've just renamed it to correction and flavor. So free band equalizer here, name it whatever you want. And then you want -1 decibel, -4.70 decibels, -1.90 decibels. Okay. Then we go to compressor. Compressor, you want the ratio to be 3, 50, and 1. Threshold to be -17.50 decibels. Attack time to be 3. Release time to be 207, and output gain to be 7.60 decibels. No sidechain ducking audio sources needed for this. Flavor, again, like I said before, is a free band equalizer. So just click on that and then rename it. And then you've got high, which is 2.20 decibels. Mid, which is -2.20 decibels. And the lows you want to leave as 0 as they are. So just leave it, don't touch it. Underneath that, the limiter, this is how high it allows your mic to go before it caps. It blocks it from going any further. This will allow my mic to go up to -2.50 decibels, which is right where the line is here that you can see right here. So you can see where the line is crossing, where it's saying, no, you can't go beyond this line. And then the release is 60 milliseconds. And then we've got noise gate. Now this is completely up to you how you use this. I don't generally use the close threshold as such. I don't know what that does, to be honest. I could probably ask with ChatGPT what this does in order to kind of come back. Maybe we'll do an update or just post a quick message and pin it to the comment of this video. I don't know what this does, to be honest. But open threshold, basically you want to move the slider all the way over to the right. I'll not do it right now because if I do it, it'll cut my mic off and you'll not hear me. And then you want to step backwards. Now I can get this to about minus 10 decibels. I generally have it around about minus 10. Generally, the reason for this is if Rio comes in, he comes in quite often, especially when he's off school and he's got his phone on, he's got cartoons playing. He might be playing a game. Anything that kind of creates a sound is going to be fed through. Luckily, because of the way I've done this, it stops all that kind of noise. You might hear it a little bit, but it's so quiet. Even YouTube's detection doesn't pick it up and say, oh, it's playing this song or whatever, because you can't hear it. It's so muffled or quiet that even YouTube's detection doesn't pick it up over that. And plus, when you're playing the game in the background, you'll never hear it anyway. Generally, it's only if it's quiet and it's just me speaking like this, you might hear a little bit of sound in the background. But luckily, it doesn't get caught by YouTube. So, haha, YouTube. No strikes for me. But yeah, that's, I would say, around about minus 10. But again, it depends on your mic and it depends where you are. Are you in a room that's quiet by yourself? Do you have anyone else who comes in? If you don't, then obviously you can make it as all the way over to the left as you want. You could have it so it doesn't even cut off or anything. It's up to you. Depends if you've got any noise that needs to be cut off. Attack time 6. Hold time 200 milliseconds, release time 150. These two are just generic what they are already. Attack time is 6 milliseconds. Again, I like the attack time to be quick, so it's on when it needs to be on and off when it needs to be off, sort of thing. And that's all I do for this one. So we'll now go over to using the Goxlr Mini. So this is the Goxlr Mini here. I'm going to go through this now. You can only probably follow this as best as you possibly can, depending what kind of software you're using or hardware. You may not have the same, you might have more, you might have less. It's just something I'm going to have to kind of walk you through, but you're going to have to kind of make some tweaks yourself and kind of follow along as close as you can. So let's start with number 1, which is the most important, which is mic. So mic here, we've got the mic gate. Okay, so we've got threshold. This points in decibels as which the gate will open. So when it will physically open. I have mine at minus 52, so just barely up. What this basically is blocking out is any sort of background noise. So you want to sit with your earphones in. You want to make sure that on the mixer you've got your headphones all the way up to 100. So put them in all the way up to 100. If you've got anything that can hear your own voice in, turn it up to 100. Then go over to mic, and you want to basically turn it up until you can't hear any fans in the background. So minus 52. Don't go too crazy with it because it will start cutting your voice out and other stuff. But just go up till you can't hear. Everything's nice and quiet. Also, before I'm forgetting mic setup, I've got mine set to 50 decibels. I feel like 50 decibels is a good spot. As you can see here, it's not in the too low, but it's in a pretty good range. It doesn't need to generally be in the good range. Sometimes I've noticed having this up, it can clip a lot if you have it too high. 50 decibels is good for me, but again, you have to check. Also, find out what your mic is. Google your mic. This is a dynamic microphone, which is the Shure MV7X. The MV7X, that's Mike Victor 7 X for X-ray. That's what this mic is. It's a Goxlr only. It's cheaper than most of the others, and it works pretty well. If you have got a condenser, use condenser. If you're using the 3.5mm jack, put 3.5mm jack, whatever it is you're using, obviously to speak as a microphone, and then just play along with this. And you want to kind of be roughly where I am at the moment as I'm talking, which is around about this line here. Okay, so once you've done that, obviously that's that part done. Again, minus 52 or wherever your floor is, just raise it a little bit until you don't hear any fans. Attenuation, this is just the amount of gating that occurs once a threshold has been crossed. You can see it says 100% is the door fully closed, no sound at all, and 0 is the door is almost all the way open. So just choose, I have mine at 100, I like it to be fully closed so that there's no leakage of anything coming through. I've noticed bringing this down a little bit just makes it so I can hear it sometimes, and it does annoy me, so I just like to leave it at 100. Attack time, I have this at 10. This is milliseconds to fully open the gate, so how long it takes. 10 milliseconds, which is the lowest it goes. Release is at 200 milliseconds. I don't think I've changed this, but this is milliseconds to fully close the gate, so how long it's going to take before it fully closes the gate again. Right, next one, we're going to go over to equalizer. Now, some may have more of these, some may have less than these. I believe the full Goxlrs, not the mini ones, have more bands than this. But this one at the moment has 6. 2, 4, 6, yeah. So try and follow along as close as you can to this if you can. If you need any help, let me know. I might try and ask ChatGPT if it can copy this, or if you've got ChatGPT, probably is the best way of doing this is pause this video here, take an image cut of this, and then ask ChatGPT to convert this into whatever your device is, and it'll hopefully match it 1-for-1 on your device and give you the best sort of like guidance to keeping it as close as possible. Right, so I clicked here for enable fine tune, and then what I've done is -30 hertz, and then underneath I've put it up to -2. Then we've got 125 hertz, again moving it down, that's +4. 310 hertz, that is -2. 1 kilohertz, which is 0, not touched. 4 kilohertz, which is +3, and then 16 kilohertz, which is +6. So follow along with that as best as you can. Again, like I said, if you've got ChatGPT, you could hold Shift, Windows Shift, and then tap S, and you can draw a box around this. And then as you draw a box, it'll actually do a screenshot. So if I put this Windows Shift S, oops, wrong one. I'm using the wrong keyboard. So hold Windows and Shift, tap S, and then you're able to draw a line like this, draw it around, let go, and then it'll actually make a cut of that, and it'll go to your clips. It'll go into where your screenshots is under pictures, and you'll be able to find it in there. Just put it into ChatGPT and just say, I have a whatever. How can I do this on this? And it'll give you guidance to how close it can get you to that. It might not be able to do it 1-for-1, but it might be able to get you pretty damn close. So it's worth trying. Compressor. This, I use the threshold. The level that compressor begins to act on the signal, -25. This is when it goes higher. Ratios compress more. So when it goes over the threshold, that's 5, 6, and 1. 5/6/1. Attack time, 2 milliseconds. Obviously, again, how fast acting it goes over the threshold. Release, 25 milliseconds, which is the lowest. And then makeup gain, 10 decibels. So that'll obviously increase the signal. Just be careful, because if you go too high with this, it will increase the level of background noise as well on there. And that is pretty much it. I'll show you again. Look, very slowly. Pause it if you need to. Remember the mic, when I clicked the mic at the beginning, it was under 50 decibels. But there you go, that's all this on here. So we'll go over to the mixer. Mixer is where obviously all your audio is played through. I have everything at 100%, as you can see, apart from line in. I tried turning this to 0. Now, I don't know if this is right. I might have to ask my subscribers about this. But when we're in game, if I ever play a game with you and you hear ChatGPT, you should not hear it in game like really clear, like as if it's an audio source that's playing through my headset. If you ever hear it in game and it sounds like it's perfect sounding and it's not something that's being clipped from the background, you know, like someone speaking far away. If it sounds like I'm actually playing a recording through the mic at the same time I'm talking, let me know, because I've been trying to fix that. I think I've done it by pulling this down. I don't know if it works like that though, or not. So let me know, and I'll try and obviously cut it out so you all don't hear it. Obviously, I want the stream to hear it, but I don't want you to hear it in my headset as I'm talking to you. So if it's fixed, that's good, because that means I've got it on the right setting. If I haven't, then I might have to pull the other slider down, but I'm sure that's for the stream and that's for me. So let me know if you do hear ChatGPT very clearly in games, if you've ever played a game with me. So like Reasoned at all, Gojo, anyone, let me know. Everything else is 100%. Beep. This is just basically if someone swears or I go to swear, I can hold the button and swear as much as I want, and it beeps. It goes beep, but I don't use it. So that's just as is. And then these are 100%. Line out basically is the game level of the game playing in my ears. And then headphones is the level of noise coming into my headphones, such as like my voice. When I'm talking through mic, I can hear myself in my ears. So my voice sounds correct. It doesn't sound like I'm a partially deaf person trying to speak and going sort of thing, and not making too much sense because I'm not hearing my own tones in my voice. So my voice might sound weird. Or if I'm hearing someone else talking and I'm talking and I've got my fingers in my ears, obviously it can distort my voice and make my voice sound off key. And it can be kind of annoying, and then they're like, "Oh, look, he sounds stupid," and it's like, "What are you on about?" And it's because I can't hear myself, so I always have this up so I can hear myself, and I can clearly hear myself speaking. Is what I'm trying to say. I can clearly hear myself speaking as I'm talking at the same time because it's feeding into my ears as well. And that's it. That's all I need to really show you. So do that, and then obviously the filters, and that's pretty much good to go. Now what you get through these will not play through naturally through your microphone. So when I'm speaking in-game on microphone, this doesn't really matter, these filters. This is only when I'm recording. So the recording you're hearing now is with all these on, which will emphasis. If you, like I said, go watch my latest video I did on YouTube, if I go over to my channel here, you'll be able to hear the difference. I could actually probably play you a quick segment of it so you can hear what it sounds like. So if I play this, let me just mute this real quick. Right, just like these, mute. There we go. If you hear me talk, let's go to the beginning. That's probably the best way. Hold on, let me make sure my audio plays through the correct thing. Let me reset so it plays through my earphones. I hate this map. This map I do not like. All threats. Throw that down there to keep anyone's down there. Throw that down there. Keep anyone's down there. There you go.
Do you have Stream Ninja or ChatGPT?
Both. I have Social Streamer Bot and Social Stream Ninja on at the same time. Right. We'll leave it there. Well, that's how different my mic might sound. I don't know if it sounded too different, but generally it did sound like it was less. I think it's more to do with the emphasis of the correction and flavor. That kind of adds a bit more oomph to my voice when I'm speaking. And obviously that's through the filters here, but you won't hear it in the mic when you're talking to other people. They'll just hear everything with it off, which I could probably show you how that sounds. If I turn off the correction, the flavor, leave those on. This is basically how my voice will sound without it. Let me turn this down a little bit because it's peaking a little bit. There we go. If we turn it around about there, this is generally what my voice sounds like. So this is how it sounds generally without. So yeah, if you think it helps and that helps out, let me know. So test, 1, 2, 3. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the channel. How you all doing? Welcome. That's how it sounds with them off. And this is how it sounds with them on. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Test, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Hello, everybody. Welcome. So that's the difference between the two, obviously, filters on there when I'm actually doing a physical recording. So that's when recording streaming is this voice, and then the other voice without that you was hearing before was just my obviously anything going through the Goxlr Mini, apart from obviously the little bits I was putting on there to stop music or anything he's playing in the background to come through the microphone. They're the only ones I left on. But yeah, there we go. Anyway, hopefully it helped you out. Sorry I blabbed on a little bit at the end there, but there we go. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Maybe consider joining. It's $1.99, gives you access to emotes, badges, giveaways, charity work, hopefully as well. Salute to you all. Appreciate. And yeah, see you in the next one. Bye for now.